course, for those cricketing buffs, this is certainly going to interest you. Is it going to be RCB or Punjab Knight Riders? Let me take you through the 18 seasons that both teams have really battled and bruised. They fought and they fought hard, believed hard that they will win, but they didn't. They never held the IPL trophy. But that could change tonight. At the world's biggest cricket stadium, the IPL 2025 finals promises a first-time champion, either Royal Challengers Bengaluru or Punjab Super Kings. Two teams with hauntingly similar histories, finalists before, runners-ups forever, never have won. RCB's heartbreaks go back all the way to 2009, 2011 and 2016. Punjab came close in 2014 and again in 2020. But silverware slipped each time from their hands. Despite Virat Kohli being in the team, somehow RCB itself is the most popular team but never managed to actually clinch the cup. And for Punjab, for whatever reasons, they just did not come close. This year though, both sides have looked like teams on a mission. They've topped the table with identical records, 9 wins, 4 losses, 1 no result. Only decimal split their net run rates. They even beat each other once. So what's going to be the turnaround here? For RCB, is it the hunger to give Virat Kohli his long overdue crown before he actually signs off from formats one by one? For Punjab, is it the cool head of Shreyas Iyer, the quiet architect of their dream run? As two fan bases roar louder than ever, the question tonight is of course simple: who finally breaks the jinx here? Let me take you through a little more on what it could be for us as a country, which team is likely to win. We have Chandrasekhar Luthra, senior sports journalist, Venkat Sundaram, former Indian cricketer and chairperson of the pitch committee, BCCI. Thanks very much, both of you. Let me start with the cricketing expert. Both of you are, but Venkat Sundaram, your take on who, in your view, is likely to win this IPL. A straight-cut question. I'm sure there'll be your favorite there. Why don't you go for it? And then I'll ask you why.
Well, that seems to be the question on everyone's mind. Who's going to carry the cup back home? But I think if you look at it closely, these two teams are pretty well balanced. Both are slightly underrated, if you ask me. They have not won this tournament ever. But tomorrow is a great opportunity. And you can be sure that besides the 100,000 plus who will be at the ground, there'll be millions watching all over the world. So there'll be a lot of pressure on the players. But I think that on paper, and this game baffles everyone because when you look at it, the most favored team often doesn't win. And if you look at the venue, which is the Motera Stadium, the team that fields first usually wins. If you remember, there was a World Cup match between India and Australia. And Cummins read the pitch very well and said that initially it plays a bit slow, but with the dew falling, etc., the pitch actually behaves better in the second innings. And if you notice with the match that was played yesterday between Mumbai Indians and the Punjab team, batting second, the ball was coming onto the bat and the batsman were able to play more freely. So if you ask me, I think it'll be a bit of a gamble, but I think to field first would make sense. Having said that, I must say that the RCB team seems to be more experienced in terms of class players who played international cricket. Besides Virat Kohli, of course, there's Mayank Agarwal, there's people like Tim David. They have a very good balanced fast bowling attack from Josh Hazelwood.
But in your view, what's the biggest mindset shift you've seen in RCB? What you've noticed?
Well, I think they're playing without any pressure. They're playing their game. In all the matches, they've hardly been challenged. There have been some close encounters, which is bound to happen in a T20 game. But I think overall, they've held their nerves. And tomorrow is going to be a big battle of nerves. So I think the team that holds its nerve, and especially the team that fields well, that's very important. We've seen that under pressure, and especially with the white ball gets very hard when there's dew. It becomes like a stone and becomes difficult to field. And besides, it also slips from the hands of the fielders. So I think fielding is going to be a crucial aspect of this game. I think it's going to be a close fought encounter. On paper, of course, RCB looks a little better balanced, but then there are always surprises in this type of cricket. It only takes one good innings or one good partnership to turn the match around. So I think it'll be a good contest. Having said that, I think the bowler to watch will be Josh Hazelwood and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. They are the danger as far as the Punjab team is concerned. Punjab themselves have in Arshdeep Singh and they have also a variety because they've got Chahal who can be quite a handful, and they've got Kuldeep Sen who's also they're slightly underrated. There are not many international players of repute in the Punjab team, but they combine well, as we saw yesterday in the match against the Mumbai Indians. So
Right.
I think overall slightly in favor of RCB, but again, if they field first, I think Punjab will have a better chance.
Okay. Shekhar Luthra, your take on RCB and Punjab. Why would you say, or would you say that RCB this time has the most balanced playing 11 in 18 long years? And on Punjab side, is Shreyas Iyer really the game changer here? Has he added that missing steel that Punjab Kings needed?
I'll not talk much about cricket. Venkat has done that. He
Okay.
knows cricket. I'll talk about more of other things, which what happens outside the field and other things.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this is not the most balanced side of RCB. I think that the side with AB de Villiers during that time, 4 or 5 years back, I think that was the best side. They never they never lifted it. That's fine. But right now, look at the situation here. There are two players who want to give a tight slap to their selectors. One is Shreyas Iyer for missing the tour of England, and not just missing as a batsman, but as a player who is a great thinker of the game, who is a great leader also. He has shown every time wherever he has led the team that he could be a very good captain for the future. But again, selectors don't even think that. Forget about leading a side. You are not even fit to be there in the English side. Very unfortunate. Second is Virat Kohli. Virat obviously last good season as a player, but he can carry on like Dhoni has done because they own this team. Virat is the same what Dhoni means to CSK. They are all the adopted sons of their teams and adopted players. So Virat also wants to prove a point. He has not just retired. He knew what kind of situation is there with Gautam Gambhir there as chief coach, with a person who is a chief coach. He can't see eye to eye. He don't want to share that dressing room. He also wants to prove a point. So there are these two people. Maybe Virat is not the captain, but he is the leader of the team. Patidar is no one, in terms of sheer, personality. So these two players probably are going to make the difference tomorrow also. One side, Virat obviously want to go on a high, whether he plays or not play, next year. He wants to go on a high. And Shreyas wants to make a point. The kind of batting he displayed, last night, I think one of the brilliant knocks of IPL. Till time in 18 seasons, I think one of the best stable, mature innings that I have seen from a player.
Wow. Venkat, would you agree? Who has the edge, but in your view? Venkat, can you hear me? Venkat,
Yes, I can't
yeah,
hear you.
can you hear me now?
Can you speak a little louder, please?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Give us your take on what Chander did mention, if you heard him, and also from the point of view of Virat Kohli retiring from Test, now a do or die situation for him and for the team itself, wanting to give him a parting gift. You think that will be an added motivator to kind of contribute to a better game for RCB?
Surely, because these big players, the key champions, they always rise to the occasion, and this is a big occasion. The IPL final is no laughing matter, as you know, and it's been a long tournament. It's had it, because of the unfortunate situation in our borders. It's been a bit of on and off situation as well. So I think there'll be a lot riding on this match for the BCCI as well as for Virat Kohli as well as for Shreyas Iyer. I think these players have played enough cricket to understand that what is at stake. Besides the bragging points or whatever you might call it, I think it's sheer determination to prove that they are still up there and along with the best players in the world. So I think they will stand up and will try and be counted. It's no pushover. A final of this type is going to be thrilling. But again, I hope that it doesn't, doesn't become a one-sided affair. We want a match. We want a good game of cricket. Because it will be a terrific advertisement for the sport, a sport that is followed universally. And I think it's brand India that's on display. Because, this is, besides, say, Air India, which is an Indian brand of international repute, which is now sort of making a comeback after all these years. But I think the other international brand is IPL, Indian International World Class Brand is IPL. It's the richest tournament in the world, probably next to NBA or something like that, or maybe Wimbledon. So I think it is a terrific advertisement for the game of cricket, and particularly India. So I think we want a good game, or one which is exciting.
You know,
and
we
say,
saw
one
that
run
we
here,
saw
one
3
wicket
days of a
there, that
pause.
sort of game.
A few days of a pause during Operation Sindoor. IPL decided to pause and then start again. How would you view that?
Yes. Well, I think it is unfortunate that what's happened between in the interim and all that fighting and war and things. War is never, nobody wins a war, as you know. They're always bragging and this and that. But I think that stopped the game here. And, the tournament was heading towards a climax. And then this thing happened and there was a gap. But anyway, that's behind us now. So I think the players also, had a bit of an off and things, and they gelled together again. I think we're going to have a good game of cricket, and that's what everybody's looking forward to.
A final word, Chandrasekhar Luthra, on Virat Kohli's game in the IPL this time. He's really been consistent throughout, and I will constantly refer to him because he seems to be the most popular and a crowd favorite. So for Virat Kohli, it looks like he's a man on a mission, especially post his Test retirement. Your view on his form the last few weeks of the IPL game?
Well, anybody judging Virat Kohli about the test scenario and asking him or probably forcing or sending signals that you should be retiring from the red ball, cherry ball, cricket. I think that was the most unfortunate thing. Virat is probably the fittest. I'm saying probably, though I'm sure 100%, he's most fitter than anybody else, even a 20-year-old guy in the team. So why he was forced to do this, why he was actually thought about this kind of scenario, only he can tell you. But as a cricket guy who has covered it for 31 years, let me tell you, this if he wins, I think I'll be the happiest person. Though I want Punjab, I'm more with Punjab because of Shreyas Iyer recent things. He was not picked. But again, if Virat wins, I'll be very happy because of the simple thing that he should be playing more of the Test cricket. He should have retired. What Anushka said in our statement after that in a tweet, that she wanted him to retire from the white ball, from the white jersey, finally, not from this kind of cricket. But again, this is the way Indian cricket is being run. But right now, I think both, just talking about little bit of cricket, both teams are well balanced. Both teams have their good bowling, people there.
Yeah.
Hazelwood and then Bhuvneshwar, and their our left armer Arshdeep, and then Jamieson. I think all these players, they make a good contest. They know, like what happened yesterday, they stopped them in the last overs. And the other side, Bumrah and all these people, they could not stop them in the later half. So I think that makes a very good contest. I just hope that a good cricket, we should see a good cricket in whether it was a Operation Sindoor, whether it was, obviously a 2.5 months, tournament. But people are fed up of this kind of cricket. People have seen a lot of masala cricket. Right now, they want to see some good cricket. And hopefully tomorrow, we are going to see a good final.
Exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you very much, both of you, for sparing your time and sharing your views with us. Happy match watching for you.